Hello everybody, Cedric here, CRWC commentary, doing SmackDownish, and this is, I think it was the, 19th or something like that, I don't know, but I'm watching it today. It's Sunday, it's the 28th, so nearing the end of the month. Actually, we're damn close. So, and the reason the SmackDownish is because I don't review all of SmackDown, just the parts that I know will be most interesting to me and not the rigmarole of things that are just like, for example, some group, I don't know, I think it was Karrion Kross that was leading this, saying that they're doing random acts of violence. I've seen that in other promotions. I've seen they just gave up on that angle. And all I can think is, you're beating up some people that no one knows or is not that well on the roster, but you're not going after any big fish, so this is meaningless. I mean, you're trying to get your group over, but if your group isn't going to do anything, what's the point of wasting the time? Then the one that's getting their ass whooped is like, I just got my ass whooped for you to go nowhere, really? So it's stuff like that. And people can get behind that stuff and love it, but management won't let it go anywhere. You've already, from jump, been slated if you're going to be opening, mid-card, or you just good enough. But, so look, this opens up with Cody signing pictures and stuff, doing the babyface thing. AJ Styles is walking in the hall. Paul Heyman assures us that Roman Reigns is the tribal chief and he has withdrawn from the draft to remain on SmackDown. So Paul places all in the hands of Nick Aldis to make the first pick. And he's like, whoever it's going to be is going to be very historic, yada, yada. I'm like, yeah, okay, hype it up. It don't matter. It's all WWE. It's the same banner. Certain tag teams and whatnot can be broken up, but that's already pre-planned. They've known it for months in advance. And I'm like, it's the draft night, and I personally can't see why anyone gives a damn. I just can't see why anyone for all these years have actually cared about the draft. I don't get it. Sometimes, look, for the company, it's a good thing. You want fresh faces on a different product. What matches can be made, yada, 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 storylines and whatnot. It's only a plus, seeing the same faces on the same thing all the time. And I get that. So yeah, I'm all good for the draft, but it's all pre-planned. It's not like it's on the fly draft. That would be entertaining. That is what you would say, okay, it's guaranteed. We're going to do the draft. Here's everyone on SmackDown. If it's a group, they stay the group. You don't break up the group. If the wrestlers want to stay in that group. You're like, no, I don't really care. Okay, then you got the chance. And then just say, look, from the SmackDown Bowl, everyone on SmackDown is in this. One of y'all going to Raw. Make it a guarantee. Most of the time is we pick this person to stay here. I'm like, well, wow, that's wasted. So if you're gonna do a draft, you do it right. You have been drafted. You got to go. I see it simple like that. So they advertise a contract signing for the Lulls, AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes. And the reason I say that is because, I'm like this. I wish people could. Now, I write what I think then, and then I will correct myself later. All right? That's how I do it. I do it at my real time. I don't do post and say, I knew this. No, it's a journey. Y'all gonna hear me go on it. So I wrote, I wish the people could just get in, look at each other, size the other up, sit down, sign the contract, and move the hell on. Nope, someone has to jaw jack, someone has to start the fight, and then that has to be broken up and yada, 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 yada. Literally, I wrote yada, yada. Okay, so in general, the match at Backlash should be epic and set the bar for Cody's true run as champion. I've watched Cody as NWA champion. I've seen his work for WWE and New Japan Pro Wrestling. I've seen him struggle to have a good match in AEW. I know Cody is good. AJ Styles was amazing before he even got to WWE. I've seen him in Rev Pro and some others like that. I've watched him in TNA through 3 iterations of it. And but the only thing in WWE is he's just gotten in better looking shape. He done came up, he done got some tips. He's like twice the size he ever has been. He almost looks like a smaller James Storm. He's got his Jesus look going, so it is what it is. So if the contract signing happens, AJ brings up Dusty Rhodes, and he gets emotional. You can see it, and part of me, I was like, wanted to hug him. He was like, your dad taught me this. He was like, he taught me this. He was a good man. He had to rein it in. He was far more emotional than Cody, who remained composed. AJ ends by saying that he's going to see if Cody is worthy enough to carry the title. Not beat Cody, but to test him. That's what his words indicated. Because Cody's going to win. Hey, look, you just beat like the mega champion of mega champions in WWE, and then you're going to lose it on your quote unquote second defense. Right? Come on. Cody does a good job keeping his promo from leaking into the heel status, and you can see Cody thinking on the fly. I like that. His promo was on the fly. I hope it was. It seemed like it, because his words kept leaning towards, I'm a bad guy. And it's like he pulled it right out that frying pan right before it starts to sizzle. He was close. Finally, AJ mentioned that Cody's title run will end at Backlash. So, okay, cool. I think there was a shake of the hand, and then they left, and I wrote, hey, no attack. Awesome. The fans are not happy. They weren't happy. When they left, when AJ left the ring, there was no physical confrontation like that. This means that they've only seen that so far for too long. The fans have only seen that crap for so long. When they don't see it, they're disappointed. But I'm like, how can you see it for so long and not be bored with it? Show something. This right here was a sign of mutual admiration for each other. I gotta admit, I was kind of, the word respect. Yeah, I don't know, man. Because the word that was William Regal, he was like, how can you respect someone that you don't know? You know of someone, the little research you've seen online or a wiki, that you don't know them. You know of them, but you don't know the little idiosyncrasies and likes and dislikes, childhood stuff, modern, current, future dreams and stuff like, ambitions. You don't know that. How can you respect someone you don't know? So I can see admiration and whatnot, but I get it. Respect is thrown around so free. It's become the word, and it's not going to leave until someone popular changes it. You just need someone to say, look, I admire what you've done. I admire your work, yada, yada. You get the world champion saying that stuff constantly. It will change in about 2 weeks. You get commentary saying it. It will change in about 2 weeks. People got to be told what to do and what to think and how to think it. So lead them well, lead them proper. Let them lead the way. So Cody is leaving, a Triple H theme played. They shake hands, and Levesque takes Cody to the podium for the draft, and they do some things, and Carmelo Hayes is one of them from NXT. He's selected, and once the first round is done, he comes out and challenges Cody to a match, so they'll wrestle later on. Cody was all like, what if I don't have my gear and stuff? And the fans is like, man, he's like, yeah, I got my gear, we'll do it. So, okay, Cody does well at that. Later, Carlito turns on LWO and joins the heel group. I mean, look, when I saw Carlito in the LWO with Rey Mysterio as the babyface, I was like, Carlito looks out of place. Not only is he taller than everyone and his hair makes him a giant, but he don't look like he belonged there. So Carlito is a natural heel, so this is no surprise. Anyone that's upset with this, y'all are just not smart. As soon as he joined the good guy group, you're like, well, he's going to turn on them in a few months, if not a couple of weeks, if not as soon as the show ends. So, okay. Then Bron Breaker comes out to wrestle someone, And then when that person does a back handspring, Bron spears the hell out of him. Oh yeah, Cedric Alexander, and pins him. Bron Breaker. I'm gonna tell you this. This dude, Rick Steiner's body, Scott Steiner's face. All right. And a little bit of his father's facial hair, and a bit of his uncle's hair stylings. He's sort of in a hodgepodge. Bron Breaker is someone that I don't have to learn to like. It's like I'm already there. I would give. Look, if I could give him any advice, and someone might say, "You're not a wrestler. What advice are you gonna give?" Okay, for you, shut the hell up. All right, because my advice is solid. Bron needs to slow down certain things so the fans can see it properly. For example, the Steiner line I saw last time I watched him. It's not a Steiner line. You watch it, most of you would probably see that he just ran by and the dude fell over. Some would see he ran by and did a short arm clothesline, like really close. It was a knockdown. Some would think it was a shoulder tackle. If the commentary didn't say it, you probably wouldn't know it. I was watching and I was like, the dude ran by and the other guy fell over. I don't see the point. He needs to slow down and deliver it. It at one juncture was his dad's finisher. He could easily make it not necessarily his finisher, but maybe a mid-card finisher. And the spear could be a big card finisher or stiffer competition. Bron Breaker is extremely explosive, and he doesn't want to slow down once he gets started. He needs to work on that. It's good to be explosive, but the problem for the company, when you look at it as a company thing, Bron Breaker is so powerful, so explosive, so, just, how can I say, he got unmitigated authority in that ring. You question, how could he not be champion? You look at him and say, he should pop Roman Reigns' head off with his big toe. He should choke out Cody with his middle finger. And then he can start wrestling. That's how he's being presented. He looks unbeatable like Andre the Giant. Why would he have not have been champion, seeing how big he was, how strong he was, yada, 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 and stuff like that. Bron Breaker's like, well, who's going to beat this guy? Who's going to beat him? Nobody. That's what it looked like. He needs to slow down and deliver that Steiner line with authority. Slow down, measure it, leap with that stiff arm clothesline without swinging the arm. Sometimes Rick would swing the arm, but just jump at him, hit him hard, eat him up, pin him. Make that Steiner, that's kind of a heritage thing. Use it. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about Bron Breaker, but okay. Next we get Solo Sikoa. He arrives and Paul Heyman apologizes for not opening the car door for him like he does Roman. Paul is sniveling, scared out of his wits. Solo wants to know if the Bloodline is being drafted and when Paul Heyman can reassure him of anything, because he's like, I want details, tell me everything. And Paul's like, I just don't know. And Tama Tonga, then he gets out the car and he walks towards Heyman like, it's about to be something. And Paul's like, oh my God. Then Sikoa's asking for information one last time. Then Kevin Owens comes out attacking Tama Tonga. The staff come in, they all over the place. Everyone, you can hear Tama just snarling and stuff. That's just Tama. That's just him. That's not added. That's just him. So later, there's like 4 women arguing. There's Jade Cargill, Bianca, and the Kabuki Warriors, which is a really stupid name. Like, we are really out of that era, and going on what the word Kabuki mean, no, should not be using that in pro wrestling. But while they argue without saying anything with no mic, Kevin and Tama Tonga, they fight from backstage past them into the ring. And he keeps the flow going because I'm like, no one's interested in what these girls are doing. And I wrote, interesting. They didn't fight off. They fought on. So that's good. It's a payback from when Tama was whooping up on Kevin, but this time it was mutual. Kevin gets the upper hand in the ring and Solo tackles him while Tama removes staff that wants to help. So Tama's beating him up, throwing him out. Little personal Royal Rumble that he's winning. And then Randy Orton, he comes in. His music hits just a little bit afterwards, which is good. But then he handles the Bloodline like they're nothing. It's 2-on-1, and they ran from it. They should have beat him down and on the ring. It should have showed Randy having to do something instead of, you're a legend, you're a star, you're going to just win. That's boring. So Kevin Owens then hugs Randy and then goes after Tama only to be blocked by the staff. Okay. And I forgot about the main event. I'd forgotten because we're dealing with a TV situation over here. It's a crisis. It's a problem. The TV screen just don't work. There's light, but it don't come on. So, yep. Like it turns on, but there's no screen. It's just the light in the back says, yeah, we got light, but we're not gonna give you anything else. You know, like, you know, AEW, there's light. That's about where it ends. So the Dudleys arrive with the draft cards, and the fans are chanting ECW and whatnot, and the fans pop just a little bit when they put their glasses on. That was nice. Then the main event happens. Carmelo Hayes versus Cody Rhodes. Carmelo, the things I noted during the match, Carmelo hit a nice springboard DDT for a 2 count. I said, that move is too good of a move to waste like that. That should be like a finisher or something. You cannot waste that move. That was nice. Carmelo made the springboard, he called it yeah. Come on, tongue, work with me. That's what she said. Carmelo made the springboard rounding kick look brutal, called the disaster kick. Because Cody hit it, and you could tell it was really soft what he did, but Carmelo was like, let me go ahead and flip for it. Cody did an Oklahoma Stampede for a 2 count. That kind of stunned me because I'm like, Cody ain't known for power. He ain't known for power. So that was pretty good. Cody hit the springboard edge crusher with one leg as the other slipped off the rope, but he still did it, and it kind of looked good if you don't know what you're looking at. It's like it just looks cool, but I was like, oh, I see that, but he still made it work. Carmelo hit a lung blower for a setup. I was like, that was dumb. You hit a good lung blower, and it's a setup move for you to go to the top rope. I'm like, the lung blower now was just a transitional move? Okay. I've been seeing it in AEW, but I didn't think it would be like this on a pro wrestling program, you know. They both talked up a spot right in the middle of the ring. They just both talked up a spot. Like, hey, remember we're going to do this? Yeah, all right, let's do it. All right. So then they both tried mutual springboard moves, their ace crushers. Cody kind of was a little late on it, but he did a nice back roll, and it made it appear that he hurt his arm. And it's possible that he could have popped it in and out of joint real quick. That's possible. I've done it. Not fun. He's highly athletic. Me, I won at the time. Played basketball all the time. Yeah. But no, it's different when you're working out, pumping iron and all that, and you're always in the ring and do this different level of workout. But whether it's legit or not, you know, I don't know what it is about Cody's right arm, but his body doesn't like that area on his body. It just don't like it. But either case, arm hurt or not, he sold it well. So that's great. Sold it the remainder of the match and afterwards. Cody did hit his finisher. He got the pin. That's good. Then Cody talks to Carmelo, pumping him up, and I would say justly so. Carmelo looked real good. I like what he had to do. I would just change up some of those big moves that he's going to use as setup moves. Change them to finishes, or if you're going to set up for something stronger. You know, the lumbar can be used to set up quite a few moves, but it has to be the move, and that's it. That's what it has to be. It can't be that and then a drop kick. And Cody hit a low side kick. They called it a super kick. You're like, nope, it was just a stun. And it was not a good one at that. But, you know, hey. So I noted that this was a damn good match. I enjoyed it, but it's short, impactful, showed a lot, did a lot, short amount of time, got it done. Nobody looked bad. Both looked great. You knew Cody was going to win, but it did not make Carmelo look bad. That's great. And if management is smart, they will use this to aid Hayes into quickly mid-carding and then keep him ready for future world title shots. Carmelo showed that. He sounded good on this little, let me get something started with this promo thing. So that was good. And while Cody, post-match, while Cody is celebrating on the corner, AJ Styles gets to the ring, and just as Cody is hopping down from the corner, he's there, he sees him, and AJ lets Cody know, you was really that close from catching a bad moment. Then they shake hands, and I don't know what happened to that because, they went off the air because they know when to do stuff like that. You'd be like, man, they're shaking hands, cool. Maybe they leave. Maybe there was an attack. Who knows? Don't really care. They'll show you next week on SmackDown. So that's all good. And that's going to do it for me for CR Wrestling Commentary on SmackDown-ish. It's been Cedric. I want y'all to be cool, be chill, be safe so that I can see you next time.